Hello, I'm Stéphane Garelli from the World Competitiveness Center here at IMD in Switzerland, and I would like to speak to you this time about the X factor, the unknown in the monetary crisis that we are having today. As you know, everybody is quite concerned about the situation in Greece, in Portugal. Now in Ireland, everybody is concerned about the contagion effect. Of course, this is reality with an impact on the euro. On the other hand, I think that whenever we are looking at the debtors, we should look also about what are doing the creditors. And here the unknown factor is what will the creditors, which are basically the emerging nations, are going to do with their money. We know that the foreign currency holdings of emerging nations have been increasing massively during the past few years. They are standing today at around $6.8 trillion, which is a lot of money. And just China is sitting on about $2,648 billion, according to the latest estimates we have from the end of September. Now, obviously, the question for countries like China is to know where to invest this money. Some of it is going to infrastructure projects, some of the money is going to go to finance local companies in becoming global, but I think still the majority has to remain liquid and will go in treasury bonds. China today has invested something like $800 billion in US Treasury bonds. And the question is diversification. Is there any possibility to invest the money elsewhere? Some attempts were made to invest into the Japanese yen, but the yen is such a small currency that it has pushed the yen upward at a period of time where surprisingly the Japanese economy was not doing very well. Some attempts were made to diversify in the Thai baht or in the Korean won or in the Turkish lira, but they are small currencies. Actually today, more than 60% of the world currency holdings are made in dollars and 27% are in euro. So most probably the only alternative for China to diversify from the US dollar and to invest part of the money into another currency which is big enough to take such huge amount of money is really the euro. And we start to see some investment of China into the euro. Now, obviously, this is a very tricky question because there is so much money floating around the world that where it's going to be invested may create, of course, some kind of turmoil. Just to remind you, I mentioned that China has $2,648 billion of reserves. 1 year ago, it was 1,800, $600 billion less, which means that maybe in a year from now, it could be $3,200 billion. So I think that the X factor, the unknown, will definitely be where will all this liquid money, especially China, land in terms of investment in the future. My feeling is that it may very well land on Europe, on the euro, because this is probably the only alternative left. And if this is the case, it could very well mean that after the present turmoil on the euro is going to take some more value in the future, especially compared to the dollar. And I would not be surprised it would go up again quite soon to 1.40 to the dollar. Thank you very much. This is Stéphane Garelli from the World Competitiveness Center at IMD in Switzerland.